Are we live? Welcome to another edition of Just My Opinion podcast, episode 31. I believe. How you living? I'm living swell. Man, I started this live stream 2 hours later. Okay, normally I do these live streams around 4 a.m. because, I have a lot of thoughts and a lot of opinions around that time, particularly when I'm making my way to work. But today I have to go to work a little bit later. Therefore, I got plenty of rest. And when I got up, I said, you know what? Let me do a live stream on this because I talked about this in a live stream and I let it be known. I pushed all my cards to the table. And I said that, and I said this at a particular live stream. And I forgot what live stream I said it on. And also said it on social media. And I'm sticking and I'm holding to my cards. Zion Williams, at the end of the day, will be a bust. Now, what type of bust? We're about to get into it. But before we get into my theories, my thoughts, my opinion, that's why we call it Just My Opinion podcast, let's talk about Zion Williams thus far. So, Zion Williams is, surprise, surprise, injured again. I don't know what's going on in New Orleans. I don't know if it's in the water, maybe it's in the food, maybe the organization as far as keeping their players healthy. Maybe it's a front office situation because this, or maybe it's a plague because this also affected Anthony Davis when he was a member of the New Orleans Pelicans. Anthony Davis could not stay healthy and could not compete in a full regular NBA season. He would always have nagging injuries and he would always miss a multitude of games. And at least Anthony Davis played more than Zion Williams. Zion Williams, we have seen flashes. We have, everyone was impressed of when he was at the summer camp, and everyone saw flashes of Zion Williams. Also, when he played in the regular season for the New Orleans Pelicans, everyone was impressed, and then everyone started comparing that, who Zion Williams reminds them of. A lot of people were going way out talking about Zion. Everyone was talking about how he compares somewhat to LeBron James when it comes to actual physique. And I said, I can't go that far with it. But I've said numerous occasions, and a lot of NBA aficionados would say this as well. Zion Williams reminds me more of Charles Barkley. And here's why I say that. He's talented. He's heavily athletic, and we only scratched the surface on his full potential. We don't even know his full potential. I said, when it's all said and done, if he can get healthy and stop being injured and, develop more in the lab, as far as practicing and working on his craft, perfecting his craft, I can see Zion Williams like a Charles Barkley, still athletic, can still take opponents. He can still win a lot of one-on-one matchups down low, on the low post game, back to the basket. He can dominate that way. He can also dominate with put-ins since he's so heavily athletic. And he can also work, and I've seen him work on this last year on his mid-range game. His mid-range game is not where Charles Barkley's mid-range game was. I I will get to anyone's comment after I'm done with what I'm about to say. Well, about this live stream, I will discuss your comments at the end of my theories. But you started to see Zion work on his mid-range game. I don't think he's going to be a great three-point shooter. I think he'll be below average three-point shooter. And I think that's good in this modern basketball. I consider that good. There's a lot of players that are not good at the three-point game. LeBron James is not good at the three-point game, but he still utilizes and continues to throw up three-point shots. Maybe his percentage is down, it's below average, but he consistently do it. I think LeBron shoots 7 to 8 3 points a game with his average. I think Zion could throw up maybe 3 or 4 a game. If he makes one, okay. If he makes 2, that's pretty good. If you look at his percentages and if you look at him, he's really not a three-point shooter. I started his free throws are good as well. He's not going to hold the team back as far as not making his free throws. So I've seen a lot of flashes of Zion Williams. And like I said earlier, Zion has not scratched the surface. He has not met the ceiling yet on his overall potential. But we have to see it on a court. And as of right now, we have not seen it because he's been injured more than actually playing on the court. Now, JJ Redick said something very interesting yesterday on First Take, I believe, or Stephen A. World or whatever. I saw the little presser on social media, and he has concerns about Zion Williams as well. Not to mention the fact the New Orleans Pelicans organization is not too pleased with Zion Williams. They just released a press release on future season tickets for the New Orleans Pelicans. They had everybody's name and their mama's name on the introduction of the New Orleans Pelicans, and there was no mention of Zion Williams. The New Orleans Pelicans organization is not too pleased with Zion Williams, and that says a lot. When JJ Redick has concerns about Zion Williams, and they used to be teammates, as well as the New Orleans Pelicans throwing breadcrumbs everywhere. They're not too happy with Zion Williams. And thirdly, Zion Williams himself has not been around the organization, has not been around the facilities. The New Orleans Pelicans made a lot of trades during the trade deadline. And CJ McCollum said he still has not yet spoken to Zion Williams. And that speaks volumes, folks. Like it or not, love it or hate it, that speaks volumes. Yes, I know he's injured, but you mean to tell me you can't pick up the phone or tweet or hit CJ McCollum's in the DMs and or do a video conference, Zoom call? You mean to tell me you can't simply communicate to CJ McCollum and congratulate him as far as him being a member of the New Orleans Pelicans? You mean to tell me you can't do that, Zion Williams? Are you that injured where you can't even utilize your phone, your laptop, your tablet? So if you look at this latest news surrounding Zion Williams, it does not look good for Zion Williams. It does not look good for the New Orleans Pelicans organization on how they feel and think about Zion Williams. And an ex-teammate, a former teammate, is very critical of Zion Williams. And Zion Williams has not spoken to anyone thus far. Not even his agent. I said in a live stream a month ago, and I called this, and I said, I hate, and I want to be so wrong about this. I want to be so wrong about this. I would love to get on a live stream and say, hey, y'all, hey, fams, my bad. I effed that up. Zion Williams is not a bust. My bad. Excuse me. I was tripping. I must have slipped and fell on my head. I want to be proven so wrong about this. But when you start adding the pieces, if you are a hardcore Zion Williams fan or a hardcore New Orleans Pelicans fan, you don't like what's been transpiring surrounding Zion Williams for the past couple of days. Matter of fact, the past couple of weeks, there have been trade rumors out there, folks, that the New Orleans Pelicans are willing to trade Zion Williams. Now, I remember some rumors came out about Zion Williams possibly being traded last year. And the New Orleans Pelicans, quick, fast, in a hurry. The organization, the general manager, quick, fast, in a hurry, just released a presser and said, hey, stop the presses. That's not true. We're not authorizing any trades. We're looking for Zion Williams to be fully recovered and make his way back on the NBA on the NBA court. There was quick, fast, in a hurry to quiet that storm. Now, when you hear rumors and rumblings about the possibility of Zion Williams no longer being a member of the New Orleans Pelicans, you don't see the organization releasing a presser or a statement saying, hey, kill that noise. We're not trading Zion Williams. They're not encouraging it, but they're also not trying to quiet it. And that also speaks in volumes as well. Zion Williams, and I want to be so wrong about this, but Zion Williams, as of right now, is a bust. He's a certified bussy bust. And I'm going to tell you why. Let's list the problems. One, the best ability a player can have in professional sports, and I don't care if it's baseball, football, basketball, hockey, in team organizations, professional sports, the best ability that an athlete has, male or female, is availability. And Zion Williams has not been available. Can we all co-sign to that? Can we all co-sign to that? Have Zion Williams been available for the New Orleans Pelicans? No, he has not. 2, Zion Williams, ever since he's been traded to the New Orleans Pelicans, a lot of people have not noticed it, but he's been fluctuating and going up and down with his weight. And he's been up more than down. There are reports out there that he's 3 hondos. I don't know that to be true. I have not seen Zion Williams. The last time I seen a picture of a photo of Zion Williams is that commercial with Mountain Dew, and I felt like that was the worst possible time and opportunity. I understand Zion Williams trying to make his money off the court, trying to be an endorser, but that spotter was not, that ad was not good for Zion Williams. Okay, just sitting on a couch, and he's fat as you know what, drinking Mountain Dew and chips. That's not a good. If you are a member, or if you're the owner of the New Orleans Pelicans, if you're the GM of the New Orleans Pelicans and you happen to watch television and you see that Mountain Dew commercial of your franchise player, your star, your future, just sitting on a couch drinking Mountain Dew and eating chips, you're going to have a heart attack. You're going to have an aneurysm. It just wasn't a good look. Just wasn't a good look. I can't believe I forgot to turn off my alarm. Jesus. Hold up, folks. Can y'all hear me? Hello? Okay, hold up, y'all. Yo, here we go. My bad, guys. My bad. That alarm may go back up on again. My bad. I apologize. Zion Williams has gone up and down his weight, more up than down. Third, he hasn't spent a lot of time in the court to build chemistry with his teammates. I mean, with his older teammates. He hasn't established any type of chemistry with Brandon Ingram. He was very limited with Alonzo Ball when Alonzo Ball was a member of the New Orleans Pelicans. They had flashes here and there, but the possibilities of Alonzo Ball and Zion Williams, Alonzo being the facilitator, Zion was supposed to be this explosive, athletic human highlight reel that he was going to alley to Zion. He's going to make these fantastic dunks and layups, just being explosive around the rim. You didn't really get an opportunity to see that because Zion Williams was injured. So he hasn't established any type of chemistry with his teammates. And when I mean chemistry, on the court. Now, he may talk to them off the court, but I'm talking about on the court. They haven't really established diddly squat. Okay? Now you got CJ McCollum. They traded and gotten CJ McCollum. And the chances are he's probably not going to build any type of chemistry with him this year. Hopefully, if he's healthy enough, when they go through training camp, he may start, trying to build chemistry with CJ, because his CJ game is a lot different than, Alonzo Ball, who, prefers to be more of a facilitator. CJ will be a facilitator at moments, but to get the true potential of him, he's more of a shooter. Meaning they're going to have to both facilitate for each other. CJ it's going to be plays in the playbook where CJ may facilitate some to Zion and vice versa. They just bounce off of each other. And the only way you're going to be able to do that fluidly is practice and playing actual games. Zion Williams is going to when the record books are finished writing as far as Zion Williams and his time with the New Orleans Pelicans. I don't know how much time he has left with the New Orleans Pelicans, but you got to say, and I said this in the live stream, you got to say, if you was a New York Knicks fan, if you was in the front office of the New York Knicks, you have to be blowing a sigh of relief right now because you wanted Zion. Zion got picked a little higher. You instead got R.J. Barrett. R.J. Barrett is okay. He may not be Zion. He may not be the flash or the name that you can put on billboards and things of that nature. But at least he's there. He's actually playing. He's actually contributing for the New York Knicks. I remember when they couldn't get Zion. Do you realize how many people lost their jobs in the New York Knicks franchise? People lost their jobs. lost their reputation because they could not secure the bag as far as getting Zion Williams, and it wasn't their fault. They just didn't have the pick high enough to get and acquire Zion Williams. You got to say, if you're in the New York Knicks front office, you're blowing a sigh of relief. You're going like, whoo, shoot. Just imagine if we would have traded up and got Zion Williams, and Zion Williams do the exact same thing that what's going on with the New Orleans Pelicans. We will be the laughing stock of the league. Everybody will be doing documentaries. They will be doing articles talking about the Knicks screwed up yet again, even though everybody and their mamas and the aunties were saying the best pick was Zion Williams. But oh, how people forget. If the New York Knicks would have drafted Zion Williams, it would have been hell to pay. Anybody else get Zion Williams? People will say, those are the breaks. New York Knicks would have gotten Zion Williams. Man, that was stupid of them getting Zion Williams. You knew, to really secure that bag, they would have to trade up to get him. And even though I saw a lot of potential with him at Duke, I didn't think Zion Williams was that guy. Now, I said earlier about Charles Barkley. Charles Barkley, I remember Charles Barkley having this conversation on TNT, and he talked about how he was like in the same boat, in the same situation as Zion Williams. He was up on his weight. He was up and down with his weight, more up than down. He would be injured. He would get nagging injuries. He would miss a ton of games like Zion Williams. And Charles Barkley said something interesting. He walked up to Moses Malone, which was the veteran of the Philadelphia 76ers, and Moses told him, in order for you to reach your potential or to contribute to the team, you got to stop being fat. You're fat, dude. You're fat and lazy. And Charles Barkley said that conversation with him and Moses Malone changed a lot how he saw basketball moving forward. But let me ask y'all something, folks. Who is the veteran, the team leader, the one everyone goes to talk to for the New Orleans Pelicans? Are you going to say Brandon Ingram? Brandon Ingram got that type of juice with the New Orleans Pelicans? I think not, because you already done told Brandon Ingram as well as other members of the New Orleans Pelicans, this is Zion Williams' team. So he's not going to have that type of clout. He's not going to have that type of juice. There's no one on the roster or in the locker room that Zion Williams can say without a shadow of a doubt, okay, that guy right there got the juice. That guy has been around the block, and twice. Been around the block, not once, but twice. He's like E.F. Hutton. I should listen. And what he's saying, that's just the truth. Who is going to walk into the locker room and tell Zion Williams you're fat and lazy? Who? And that's what the New Orleans Pelicans find themselves in. Now, I don't think it's a New Orleans Pelicans problem. I really think it's an NBA problem, because now more than ever, everyone wants a player entitlement. Everybody wants the players to run the league. Everybody wants the players to pick and choose who they want to play with and play for. This is the atmosphere that you guys wanted. This is the atmosphere where coaches can't truly coach a team the way they want to coach them. This is the atmosphere where if the front office, the GM, don't get the players that the star player wants, the star player will threaten to sit out or demand a trade. Excuse me. This is the cipher we live in. You guys begged and pleaded the NBA to allow your franchise star to hold the team as a hostage. And if it means selling away your future, mortgage away your future as far as draft picks or young talent, so be it. You know, LeBron talked about how Sam Presti is this, it should get all the props and praise. He should be GM of the year. And low key, he's basically sneak dissing, not even sneak dissing. He's basically saying, I wish we had him in our organization instead of what we have right now. But LeBron, if LeBron was all that in a bag of chips, you guys proclaim him as greatest player of all time. I got him number 3 in my all-time list. Well, number 4 in my all-time list. But if push him to shove, I can push him to 3. Well, push him to 2. If push comes to shove, I can switch that from 4, 3, or 2. Okay, because I feel like they're all the same. They're, it's, remember that old Bobby saying, if you're not first, you're last. Well, if you want to look at it that way, I can, fine, cool. But if LeBron James is all that, and you guys say he's better than Jordan, shouldn't LeBron James, and you see what he's doing right now in year 19, well, shouldn't we expect LeBron James to take a young Laker team without no AD, with Alonzo Ball, Brandon Ingram, Josh Hart, you had draft picks. Shouldn't we expect him to take that team to the finals? Because I feel like that Laker team was better than the team that he took to the finals when at his first stint with Cleveland, when he took Cleveland to the finals and they faced up against the San Antonio Spurs. I feel like that roster is better than that Cleveland roster. A lot of you guys comment and talk about he took a bunch of bums, a bunch of nobodies to the NBA Finals to face against the San Antonio Spurs. San Antonio Spurs smashed them. Well, I felt like that Los Angeles Lakers roster is better than that Cleveland roster. So if LeBron James is all that and more, he should have no issue taking that team to the finals, at least to the finals. But they had to mortgage away all their future draft picks, all their young talent for one AD. And in retrospect, you got your title. You got your title in a short season during a pandemic. Not a lot of teams and not a lot of players were interested in going into the bubble anyway. And you won the chip. Congratulations. I don't care. A lot of people call it a bubblegum chip. Look, all championships are created equal, but do we remember those championships 2 years down the road? No, particularly if you're not contending anymore. The true test is defending your title. And they could not defend their title. They got bounced in the first round to the Phoenix Suns. So that's what you guys wanted. You wanted a league where the franchise players dictate the franchise. as far as keeping draft picks, trading away draft picks, trading away all your young talent. You don't want to build it organically. You kind of want to add pieces here and there and make super teams. And I always told you guys in last a DOA to the super team. Say goodbye, kiss them on the way out. DOA, no more super teams, because in this market, in this climate, super teams are not going to exist. The last super team left standing was the Brooklyn Nets, and they had to trade James Harden to the Philadelphia 76ers because he wanted to play ISO ball. Now, they got Ben Simmons in return. Now, a lot of people are going to say, well, okay, Ben Simmons, Kyrie, and Kevin Durant, that's still a super team. Well, if that's a super team, you're basically proclaiming that Ben Simmons is a superstar. I have not seen it yet. And that's another time for another live stream. So, appreciate everyone that came by. I'm gonna read everyone's comments, and then I'm up out of here. I'm 88 out the gate. I have to go to work. Hope everyone has a productive Wednesday, hump day Wednesday morning. Who may be a bust of this year? Who may be a bust this year? I really haven't thought about it, but if you put me on the spotlight and say who's going to be a bust this year, I don't know. I have to get back with you on that one. I'm not sure. Are you talking about a veteran player, or an established player, or are you talking about someone that just came out of the draft? That's something I have to do a lot of research on, because that could go either way. But I really do appreciate your comments, sir. I really do appreciate it. Salute, brother. Think life. Salute to you, my good man. I think he was setting himself up for failure. If you're talking with Zion Williams, I think he's setting himself up for failure. So when I read your question, when I'm thinking about your question, life, I'm thinking about how Zion Williams, how would Zion Williams? You're basically saying Zion Williams orchestrated this. I don't think so. I think Zion Williams believed the hype, and I think Zion Williams fell in that trap. And also, I feel like the New Orleans Pelicans organization fell in the trap as well, because they were saying to themselves, they were proclaiming to themselves, look, we effed it up with Anthony Davis. Let's not F it up with Zion Williams. So let's just give Zion Williams the keys to the kingdom. And if you was really following Zion Williams through college, Zion Williams wasn't the type of player that really took care of himself. So those were questions going in the NBA draft. So if your draft, okay, the New Orleans Pelicans should have known better. They should have, had a better nutrition staff, better trainers, and they should be working with Zion Williams 24/7 around the clock to make sure he slimmed down some. Because when he got drafted, the questions were, people were talking about he was overweight then. And now he carried his weight, but a lot of people felt like he should have trimmed down if he wanted a longer NBA career, because that's a lot of weight to be putting on your legs and on your feet. And the same, and there have been stories in the NBA, and I felt like that shortened Shaquille O'Neal's career. Kobe Bryant got into it. God rest his soul. Kobe Bryant got into it with Shaquille, talking about he should get in better shape. And at that time, Shaquille was looking at it as, well, there's not an opponent in the NBA that can outwork me, that can out physical me, which he was right. Shaquille is right. But Shaquille was looking at it wrong. Yes, there's nobody in the NBA at that time that can out hustle you or outwork you or be more physical than you, but there was an opponent in yourself where you just let yourself go. You was eating burgers, you was eating fast food, you didn't take care of yourself, and you got even heavier, and the heavier Shaquille got, the more injury prone he was. And that's what Kobe was trying to relate to Shaquille. Now, Shaquille later said, okay, I understood why Kobe told me I should have been in better health, better shape. If Shaquille would have been in better shape, Shaquille would have lasted a lot longer in the NBA, in my opinion. And he would have been a dominant force in the NBA. And the Lakers saw the decline in Shaquille O'Neal, and they saw the progression in Kobe Bryant. And they said, Kobe Bryant's younger. And we also see the progression of Kobe, and we can probably win more titles with Kobe than letting Kobe go. And now we're stuck with Shaq, and Shaq is not he's not really taking care of himself. He's getting heavier, and it's hard to get him out of that mind frame. So they chose Kobe over Shaq, and Shaq was bitter about that. He was very bitter about that. And they patched, and good thing, while Kobe was still alive, God rest his soul, they patched things up in a one-on-one interview. I think they did it on TNT, Kobe and Shaq, and they just buried the hatchet. And Kobe said, basically in that interview, Kobe said the same thing he said when he told Shaq that he was getting fat. He was saying, like, look, dude, all I was just trying to do is I was looking out for you. Like, maybe you didn't see it. And Shaq didn't see it, because at that time, Shaq wanted to do so many things. He wanted to be in movies. He wanted a television show, cartoon show. He wanted to do rap. He wanted to do music. He was dabbling. Have you ever heard that term, that phrase, a jack of all trades, but not a master of none? That's a backhanded comment. Basically, if someone tells you that, they're sort of giving you a backhand compliment. They're basically saying that you're good in a lot of things, but you're not great in anything. I mean, you're good in a lot of things, but you're not consistently great or consistently successful in one thing. And that's what you get from a Shaquille O'Neal. He was good in a lot of things, but he wasn't great in one thing. Imagine if he put all his time, effort, and attention in basketball. If he had the same mentality, bump Kobe Bryant. If you don't want to use Kobe Bryant in this analogy, okay, cool. Let's just say if he had the same the same mentality as a LeBron James. LeBron James spends $1 million on his body. You mean to tell me if Shaq had that type of mentality, Shaq would have won more titles. Shaq would have definitely won more titles and been more dominant in the league. But, it is what it is. Shaquille O'Neal is Shaquille O'Neal. And Shaquille O'Neal can be stubborn. You can see, you can see through when Shaquille O'Neal stuck in his ways. I don't know if people realize this or not, but Shaquille O'Neal, like when you watch Inside the NBA and everyone is discussing their theories, their thoughts, their opinions, and then Shaquille wants to be critical of their thoughts and their opinions. But when Shaquille has a thought and an opinion and they're critical of his thought and his opinion, he takes it totally the wrong way. He feels like everything he's saying is the gossip. It's the 100% truth. Okay. There's no lies in what he's saying. Everybody should just shut up and just listen to Shaquille O'Neal. It doesn't work that way, my friend. If you want people to respect your thoughts and your opinions, then you have to respect their thoughts and their opinions. But anyway, that's all I got for today. Guys, tell me what you think. Rate, comment, subscribe. If you want to become a member of this channel, you can do so. I got an interesting episode. I don't know when I'm going to upload it, but I'm going to upload it about moving forward with this channel. And I'm going to share it with you guys one of these days. I just got to put everything together. But anyways, your boy, the host with the most. I appreciate everyone that came to Just My Opinion podcast. Life, I really do appreciate you coming by, stepping in, chopping it up. Ethan or Ethan, Ham. I'm sorry if I butchered your name. I'm notoriously known for butchering people's names. I replied to your response. I apologize. I couldn't do it during the live stream, but like I said, I kind of want to get my stuff out. And then we go into the comment section. That's my new format, and I'm sticking to it, okay? Well, anyway, I'm up out of here. I'll talk to you guys later. Hope everyone has a lovely and productive Wednesday. Stay motivated. Keep grinding, man. Just keep grinding. When you know the weird thing about grinding is everything don't necessarily go your way. But just because it's not necessarily going your way at that moment, that doesn't necessarily mean you should stop grinding. You should just keep on grinding, keep your nose to the grindstone, keep pushing, and eventually you're going to see your work and your value. All right. So I'll talk to you guys later. Deuces.